Hey everyone, welcome to Reddit Readout. Today we are checking out Choosing Beggars. Story 1. She wants a side of psychotherapy with free produce. How dare I accuse her of something? Story 2. If we are talking residuals. Context: I run a niche toy store, and I design and create 3D printed parts for broken toys to revive them. On my web store, I state that if you pay me to make a part, I own the rights to that part to resell it since I created it and tested it. This process takes hours. Beggar wants residuals. Story 3. Buddy posted this in a FB group. Story 4. Coins are heavy. So, whatever your feelings on the subject, panhandling is a thing and we see them everywhere, at intersections, outside retail stores, downtown, etc. Well, this one is a doozy. My so and I were walking downtown and encountered a small group of people panhandling. Respectful, not obnoxious or rude, just sitting there with their cans or whatever. There was if I had to guess, late teenaged girl sitting with them and next to her can, a sign that started out with coins are heavy. Didn't stop to read the rest but I was completely blown away. So you're begging for help/money but you're telling me that your minimum donation threshold is $5? I hope it all works out for you, random panhandler. Story 5. A lovely conversation I had today. Story 6. We were selling $10 shelves. Conversation between my wife and buyer on OfferUp. We held these for well over a week, and we're honestly just trying to get rid of them. Story 7. The one time I was a reverse choosing beggar that is an idiot. If any user knows a better place to put it, please let me know. I've tried several freebies threads which don't look like a proper place for my insanity. I understand the meaning of choosing beggar, and what I did was in a way reversed. Maybe someone finds it amusing. I'd like to add it after reading some stories about choosing beggars furious with their own freebies. Earlier this year I got 2 fountain pens. One was for me, one was for my mom. There was an option to choose colors from 10 or 12 available. So I explained any 2 colors they has around would work. If they have 2 different colors, great, as my mom and I wouldn't grab the other pen by mistake. If they can't provide 2 different colors, also great, we would accept what they had. Okay, great, they were happy. We didn't demand some colors that they have in theory but one must wait for delivery, or something. Each pen was with its own converter, so it was a set of 2 pens and 2 converters. Clear rules, very fast shipping, all great. Only it was a set of 2 pens, 5 converters, and 10 or so cartridges. Which wasn't what we were supposed to have. I wrote back immediately, to let them know. With the honest apology and explaining that I had no idea how that had happened. And I would ship extras back immediately, just let me know the address for returns. The owner of the shop called back. Not an employee, the owner. Okay, so now I'm in trouble, right? He will accuse me of who knows what. Only that poor guy was laughing so much. They were genuine freebies put in the box on purpose. And I was the first person in years demanding the address to return them. Their default is screaming customers demanding more. I got to keep all, no paying back, no returns. And I did issue another apology, this time for all the mess I created. Also I behaved like a total idiot. Story 8. Dude wants photos for $2. Sorry if this is a word vomit that makes no sense. I'm laughing as I write this. So I'm a photographer. I'm still in school but have been in a gallery and gotten honorable mentions in shows and stuff. I put a post out on the school story saying if anybody needs photos taken to hit me up and we can discuss pricing. Enter A, that's literally his Snapchat name LMAO. A goes I won't pay unless I like him, which instantly rubs me the wrong way, but money is money so I go give me 50% up front, I'll send low quality JPGs with watermarks. If you don't like I don't get the other 50% and I'm not gonna charge a crazy amount. Dude says let me think about it. 20 minutes later he messages me again saying how much per photo? And I reply with $80 for 3 headshots, which is kinda high for me still being a student, but this guy had been annoying and he goes. I was thinking $2 per photo. I'm laughing and getting irritated and just reply with LOL and tell him good luck finding a photographer. After he says how broke he is. TLDR, dude wants $2 per photo I shoot for him when I'm using professional grade equipment LOL. Story 9. I changed my mind, send me a new one. I make jars, jewelry boxes, and coasters out of epoxy resin in my free time. I don't sell them because I don't have the patience or the free time. It's something I do for my mental health. However, I do give the stuff I make to my aunt, and she sells them in her shop. I am normally not involved, but I made an exception as a favor for my aunt. A lady wanted a custom jewelry box for her daughter, so I worked out a deal. She was torn between a princess theme, pink and white with sparkles and glitter, or a beach theme, blue and yellow with little seashells in it. Ultimately, she decided on the beach theme. I got it done in about 6 days as I have a 3-year-old and a newborn to look after and can't dedicate time each day for crafts. I sent her pictures, she claimed she loved it, so I gave it to my aunt and she gave it to the CB. CB then sent me the agreed payment of $60 to my Cash App. 3 days later CB messaged me the following: I changed my mind and would rather have the princess theme. How quickly can you get it to me? I told CB that it would be another week, but I would need the $60 up front so I could buy more resin. She said she wasn't going to buy another one. She wanted to return the first one I made. I told her sorry, but that's not how it works, and if she wanted a new one she would have to pay. She cursed at me and called me a scam artist, fussed at my aunt, requested her money back on Cash App, and when I didn't send it she tried to report me. This is why I don't deal with people. Story 10. Uncle doesn't like the jeans and shoes I got him for work. TLDR, got my uncle clothing for his new job based on the sizes and type he asked. He proceeds to only complain about them despite me getting them for him out of my own pocket at a time where he doesn't have a lot of money to spare. I have relatives who have moved to the US recently. They have been waiting a long time, 15 plus years, so was happy they finally got approved to move here. I helped with their immigration applications, fronted the immigration fees, got them set up with phones and housing here. So far, we have found jobs for 5 of the 6 people that can work. My parents were able to find work for them through people they know. My relatives know limited English and have no actual references in the US, so these are not the most glamorous jobs working at a well-known coffee establishment, Dunkin', but a job is a job. My uncle, Mo, went to the coffee shop the other morning to finalize some paperwork. I called him later that day asking how he went. He tells me that it went well, but they need a grey polo, blue jeans, and black shoes. There are stores near where my uncle lives, but he'd have to either bike in the dark or take a bus to the stores, and hopefully they have what he needs, so he asks me if I can come and take them to the stores. Blue jeans and black shoes should be easy to find, but grey polos may be a problem. At least finding them at a reasonable price without driving all over the place. It's a Friday night at this point, so I just want to hang out with my baby son before we put him to bed and chill with my wife. I tell him to just give me his sizes and I'll pick them up and drop them off. My idea is I can just order them online at a place like Target nearby instead of wasting time walking around stores, which will give me time to hang out with my son before bedtime, do the pickup and drop off, and be back home for dinner with my wife. Once the orders are ready later that night, I pick them up and go to where Mo is to drop off what I got. I also got some lights for his bike for when he uses it in the dark. He immediately just complains. First complaint is that he wanted black sneakers, not shoes. I tell him I asked him to confirm which ones during our phone call and he said shoes, so I got shoes. Plus, I checked online for what the coffee place usually requires and I saw shoes. This along with the shoes I got being work shoes, so they are flexible and have non-slip rubber soles. Exactly what I saw online for what would be needed. I also told him I asked my mom and she said any black shoe or sneaker is fine. He seems to accept that answer, but then says they are too big for him even though they are the exact size he asked for. Apparently, he doesn't want it to be loose when biking. Tried to explain that when he is wearing socks, they won't be as bad. He asks if I can return them and get him new ones. I let him know I have no idea when I'll be able to do that as I don't have time to just go back and forth to stores for him. End up telling him I'll take them back, but he can get his own when he gets a chance. I have the snack my aunt made and head home. Of course, that's not even the end of it. He calls me later that night around 10 p.m. I don't answer so he leaves a voicemail. Apparently, the jeans are not to his liking either because he likes them skinnier. I got him a standard pair of straight-leg blue jeans that are the waist size he asked. We are of similar height so got the same length I wear since he couldn't tell me what length he wears. Didn't want to spend $50 to $60 on other types of jeans and I don't know his exact fit. Figured if he doesn't like them, he can wear them to work until he can get ones he likes on his own and keep these as a backup pair. I did not respond or call him back. He sent me a text the other day saying he had given the jeans to my mom when she was visiting so I can return them. Gave me his sizes again with the only difference being a shoe size a half size smaller. I just gave a thumbs up to his text. Spent close about $100 in an hour and a half of my time to just get complaints. Have no plans of getting him anything and only plan on returning the items to get my money back. Story 11. Seller begs for additional tip almost 6 months after they finished their commissioned art. Story 12. Is asking for clothes to be freshly washed before donating being a choosing beggar. I can see both sides of it, just interested in what other people think. How long can you have clothes in storage before you consider them dirty if you had put them away clean? Story 13. Beauty store CB. I went into a makeup store, the one with both high-end and drugstore products. I picked up a couple of stocking stuffers and as I made my way to the counter there was a woman standing near the end of the line. I asked her if she was in line, she said no, but she didn't have her wallet and could I buy her basket full of stuff, which included perfume, makeup, and eye cream. To be honest if it had been food I might have given her a few bucks or bought her food, but I don't even buy myself $100 bottles of perfume and eye cream. Story 14. Parent wants an irresponsible purchase to be a PlayStation 5 for free. Story 15. She needs cash only. Okay, so she's a single mom, which I know is hard because my dad did it. Her kid needs hearing aids. Through her state in the Midwest, USA, hearing aids are covered at no expense through a free program. She posted this earlier today. I've been lurking tbh. There have been almost a dozen different people asking her why this particular audiologist/program is charging her because they don't charge people. They are also genuinely concerned she's getting scammed. That's all for today. Please don't forget to like and subscribe.